Hello viewers, welcome to my channel and thank you for watching the videos. In this video I will discuss interest and compound interest, and this is with respect to CSAT UPSC prelims examination. So formulae and examples are related to that only. Here we say principal is capital P. So if P is equal to principal, R is rate percent per annum, and T is number of years, and SI, that is simple interest, and A is amount. Then we have these formulas. So please remember the formulas so you will be able to solve the questions easily. Simple interest is PTR upon 100, and by only this formula you can write all the formulas till 4. Just cross multiply and get any value, either P or T or R. So PRT has been taken from the first. Simple interest is PTR upon 100. If you know this, just to P you can cross multiply 100 into SI upon T into R will give P. Similarly R and T. So A is equal to P plus SI. P plus SI, so P plus SI is PTR upon 100. P common, 1 plus RT upon 100. And find SI. If P is equal to 1000, R is 20% annum, then T is 4 year. So here we have to find SI. Just put the values. P is given, 1000, R is given, and T is given. So 1000 into 20 into 4 upon 100 will give you the answer 800. Find the amount if P is 2460, R is 62/3% per annum, and T is this much. Only thing you have to put in the formula. Here T, we have to find out amount A. A is P into 1 plus RT upon 100. So every value we know. P is 2460, 1 plus R is 20 upon 3, that is 18 plus 2. 6 into 3 is 18 plus 2, 20 upon 3 into T is 3, 1/2 means 7/2. So 7 put these values and you will get the answer. Now change of rate of interest and time when interest is calculated for different specified time. So if original rate is R% and time is T year, then for half yearly rate is R/2% and time is 2T. For quarterly, R is rate of interest is R upon 4% and time is 4T, and monthly R upon 12% and time is 12T. Now Arun takes 3000 from B, and for 2 years at rate of 10% per annum, what will be paid by A to B after the end of 2 years if interest is calculated half yearly? So half yearly is R/2% and time is 2T. So rate comes 10/2, that is 5%, and time is 2 into 2 years. So T is 2, so 4 years, and P is 3000. So amount will be P into 1 plus RT upon 100. So P is 3000 and 1 plus R is 5 and T is 4 upon 100. You will get the answer 3600. When a sum becomes m times of itself in T years at a rate of R% per annum, then RT is equal to n-1 into 100 and T is equal to n-1 upon R into 100. So based on this, a sum of money becomes 4 times. So it is n times n is 4 in 20 years. So we have deposited the sum in 20 years, it becomes 4 times at some simple interest. Find the rate of interest. So rate of interest we can find out. R is equal to n-1 upon T into 100. So n is that is 4 and n-1 is 3, and upon T is 20 into that is n into 100. So 3 into 100 upon 20. that is 300 upon 20 is 15%. When the simple interest on a sum at r% per annum in t year is x upon y of the sum, then for r is equal to t, it implies t is equal to r is equal to under root x upon y into 100. So please remember the formula along with the condition. What is the condition given in that formula? So simple interest on a sum we don't know, sum is there, percent rate of interest is r per annum in t years is x upon y of the sum. So simple interest has been given, that is x upon y, and sum we don't know. So r or t can be calculated in this formula under root x upon y into 100. The simple interest on a sum of money is 4 upon 9 of the principal, and the number of years is equal to the rate percent per annum. The rate per annum is we have to find out. So here we know that the simple interest on a sum of money is 4 upon 9. So x upon y has been given. Sum we don't know. Simple interest is equal to 4 upon 9 of principal, of the principal, 4 upon 9 of the principal, and number of years is equal to the rate percent per annum. Number of years, that is t is equal to r. The rate per annum is r is equal to t is equal to under root x upon y into 100, and x upon y is 4 upon 9. So 4 upon 9 into 100 under root, it comes 20 upon 3, 2/3%. When two equal sum are deposited for t1 and t2 year at the rate of interest of r1 and r2% per annum. So two sums we don't know what is the sum. In the formula we are calculating. R deposited for time is given t1 and t2, rate of interest is given respectively. Then their difference of simple interest is d is given, because both of them are having r1 and r2, so r2 minus r1 or r1 minus r2. Then sum is equal to d into 100 upon r1 t1 minus r2 t2. So again formula, please remember, when two equal sums are deposited for 3 year and 2 year at the rate of interest of 6% and 8% per annum respectively, and their difference of simple interest is rupees 425, then find the sum deposited. So d sum deposited is equal to d, that is difference, r 6 and 8% are there, so d is 2, and that is, now we have to find out the d is what, their difference of simple interest. So this is the rate, so d won't be 2, d will be, we have to find out 6% and 8% and then get it. So here d is given here in the question 425, that is given d value in rupees, that is difference of simple interest is given into 100 upon r1 is 6, t1 is 3 years, r2 is 8 and t2 is 2 years, and just put the values. 425 into 100 upon 6 into 3 minus 8 into 2, so 21250. Now if SI for a certain sum P1 for time T1 and rate of interest for R1, rate of interest R1 is some value, and simple interest for P2 for the time T2, and the rate of interest R2 is L1 L2 we can say, or I1 I2 are there. Then difference of SI is I2 minus I1 is equal to P2 R2 T2 minus P1 R1 T1 upon 100. So simple interest we know PRT upon 100. So here we are taking difference, so I2 minus I1 is P2 R2 T2 minus P1 R1 T1 upon 100. The difference between the simple interest received from two banks on rupees 500 for 2 years is 2.50. What is the difference between their rates? So according to the formula, I2 minus I1 P2 R2 T2 minus P1 R1 T1 upon 100. So here the the difference between simple interest, that is given here, rupees 2.50. So here I2 minus I1 has been given, and P2 and P1 are 500 for 2 years, for both the years. T1 and T2 are equal 2 years, and R2 minus R1 we have to find out. So it comes 500 into R2 into 2, that is T2, upon 100 minus P1 is 500, R1 into 2 upon 100, it's equal to 2.50. So now from here we can find out the value of R2 minus R1 easily, which is 0.25%. Now compound interest is we are going to discuss the formula for this. Basic formula for calculation of various parameters related to compound interest are explained as under: P principal amount, R rate percent per annum, N time in years, A amount, C is compound interest, CI is compound interest. When the interest is compounded annually, then amount after n year is equal to A, which is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. P into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n, and compound interest is A minus P, and this is that A is P into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n minus P. We just simplify it, it becomes P bracket 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n minus 1 again. So you can see it's written here, brackets, you see how to put. So we got this much. So this is the formula for compound interest. Again, please remember, this is for amount after n years. And when the interest is compound half yearly, then T is equal to 2n and R is equal to R by 2. Similarly, when the interest is compound quarterly, T is equal to 4n and R is equal to R by 4%. Use the same formula for A is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T minus 1. Substitute the value of T and R accordingly. So A becomes here, when the rates of interest are different for different years, say R1, R2, R3% for first, second and third years respectively, then the amount will be P into 1 plus R1 upon 100 into 1 plus R2 upon 100. How much into 1 plus R3 upon 100. 2 year at 12% compounded annually will grow to this much. So here N is 2, R is 12%, and A is given, that is 4390.40. So A is equal to P and into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n, N is 2, R is 12, which is equal to A, that is 4390.40. So this expression is clear. Now just simplify it and you will get the answer, which is 3500. What sum of the money at compound interest will amount this much in 3 years? So N is 3 and A, capital A is given. If the rate of interest is 3% in the first year, 4% in the second year and 5% in the third year. So A is equal to P into 1 plus R1. R1 is 3, R2 is 4, R3 is 5. So P into 1 plus R1 upon 100 into 1 plus R2 upon 100 into 1 plus R3 upon 100, and you will get the answer. Elementary formula for compound interest, we have done it, but let's see this also. It is when the time period T is given in the fraction, that is T is equal to NA upon B year, then compound interest is calculated as A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. This term is extra, which is 1 plus A upon B into R upon 100. So the question based on it, find the compound interest on rupees 2000 at 15% per annum for 2 year 4 months compounded annually. So P is 2000, N is 2, 4 upon 12, that is 2, 1 upon 3 year, and R is 15%. It's given. So 2 year 4 months means 2 year, and months we have converted into year, 4 upon 12. This becomes 2, and 4 upon 12 can be simplified 1 upon 3, so 2 1 upon 3 year. Now n is 2 years. A upon B is 1 upon 3, because 2 1 upon 3 we have divided in two parts, and that is complete years are 2, and the remaining 1 upon 3 is equal to A upon B. Now using the formula, A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n into 1 plus A upon B into R upon 100. Just put the values, every value is clear to us, and get the answer. Compound interest is equal to amount which we gained now minus the principal, so the remaining is, that is 777.25 is the compound interest. If a certain sum at compound interest becomes x time in n1 year and y time in n2 year, then x to the power 1 upon n1 is equal to y to the power 1 upon n2. Again remember the formula. Certain sum is given at compound interest becomes x times in n1 year and y times in n2 year. So this is the formula. A sum of money doubles, so x time means 2 times itself in 4 years, so n1 is 4 years at compound interest. This is given in the formula. It will amount to 8 times, so x now 8 itself at the same rate of interest in year n2 we have to find out. So we know x is 2, first time x is 2 and n1 is 4, so x to the power 1 upon n1 is 2 to the power 1 upon 4 is equal to y is 8 here, y is 8, n2 is not known, so 8 to the power 1 upon n2. So we can just get 2 to the power 1 upon 4. 8 can be written as 2 to the power 3 into 1 upon n2. So we see here that powers can be equal. We can keep them equal because base is same. So 1 upon 4 is equal to 3 into 1 upon n2. So n2 is 12 years. When the difference between the simple interest and compound interest is rupees d on the sum p at rate of interest r per annum, then d is equal to p r upon 100 square. D is equal to p r upon 100 square, 300 plus r upon 100 if time period is 3 years. What will be the difference between the simple interest and compound interest on the sum of rupees this much for 2 years at the rate of 2% per annum? So difference is d. Directly formula we can write down, because we have to find out what will be the difference between the simple interest. D we have to find out, and compound interest. On the sum is given, that is the principal amount, so p is given, and for 2 years n is given that 2 and r is given at 2%. So d is equal to p, which is 4,80,000 nahi 400 this is 4,80,000. So 4,80,000 and r is 2, just put p is this, so 4,80,000 2 upon 100 square, so we'll get the answer 192. When the simple interest on a sum at r% per annum for 2 years is rupees x, and compound interest on the same sum at same rate for the same period is y, rupees y, so y is equal to x into 1 plus r upon 200. So simple interest on a sum is given r% for 2 years is x, and compound interest on the same amount at the same rate for the same period is y. So then this is the formula. So let's see the example. If the simple interest for a certain sum for 2 years at 5% per annum is 200, then what will be the compound interest? So as compound interest we have to find out, that is y is equal to x is given 200, 1 plus r is given here 5%, so 200 into 1 plus 5 upon 200, so we get y205. Installments, when a borrower pay the sum in parts, that is not in single amount, then we say she is paying in installments. For example, A borrows rupees 200 from B. For example, A borrows rupees 200 from B and he pays back it to B in several parts, that is rupees 40 in 5 times and or rupees 10 in 20 times, etc. But the important point is that borrower has to also pay the interest for using the borrowed sum or purchased article. In general, the value of each installment is kept constant even when the interest charged on each installment vary for each installment. So for simple interest, A is equal to x plus x into r into 1 upon 100 plus x into r into 2 upon 100 plus x into r into 3 upon 100 and so on. A is total amount paid and x is value of each installment. Useful properties of installments. Property 1. If a loan of rupees p at r% compound interest per annum is to be repaid in n equal yearly installments, the value of each installment is given by this. So p is the principal amount, r is percent compound interest per annum, n yearly installments. So installment amount is p upon 100 plus r bracket plus 100 plus r bracket whole square and so on. You can see the formula. Now just remember these formulas. Now second is that if a debt of rupees z is paid in n number of installments and if the value of each installment is rupees p, then the debt amount or borrowed amount is this much. That z is equal to np plus rp upon 100 into x into n minus 1 by 2, where r rate of interest, x number of installment per year, x is this will be 1 for yearly x value, x is equal to 1 for yearly payment and x is equal to 2 for half yearly payment, etc. So please remember the formula. Third is the annual payment that will discharge a debt of rupees p due in t year at the rate of interest r% per annum is this much. If a loan of rupees 9,800 at 2% compound interest per annum is to be repaid in 2 equal yearly installments, then find the value of each installment. Value of each installment is by using the formula r is 2 and p is 9,800. Just solve it, you will get the answer. What annual payment will discharge a debt of rupees 424 in 4 year at 4% per annum rate of interest. So here p is 424 and capital T is 4 year and r is 4. So annual payment is 100p upon 100t plus rt upon t minus 1 by 2. Just if you know the formula and get the values, you can solve the answer easily. So answer is 100 rupees. Thank you.